This is our introduction episode of our podcast surrounding the Arizona Cardinals and their 2018-2019 season. Is that it?
Yes, that is correct.
That is correct. Yes. So we'd like to mention, before the podcast starts, that the name is not final. This is just our introduction name.
Yeah,
I
I tried to lobby for a Redbird roundtable, but I guess that didn't work. So whatever.
And every decent name is taken. So Dirty Birds were now a shitty bar in San Francisco or some shit. Would you like to lead the way?
Yeah. All right. So the main topic, I guess, I think we've both agreed upon
is the Cardinals off-season. Sorry.
Is the off-season? Yes.
Sorry.
What was that? Was that dragging? Was that dragging along right there?
No. I was interrupting.
Wow.
That's on me. I'm sorry. I'm
you're
sorry,
good.
guys.
No, you're good. All right. So we're gonna talk about everything. We're gonna talk about everything. It's been quite the eventful offseason, to say the least. New coach, new quarterbacks, new everything. So this will take quite a while. So sit back, grab a snack, grab some water. Click out, go to another tab. Go on Twitter, scroll around. I don't know. Also, speaking of Twitter, follow at Dirty Bird Podcast on Twitter. Make sure you follow that for all news
and us if you want to see our dumb tweets.
So, all right. So last season, let's talk about last season.
It was a injury-filled train wreck.
That sounds like every Cardinal season, but
and Robert Kimdichie can eat my farts because he's done nothing.
I think he's good. You know what? But we'll talk about him later.
Well, you can be a good player, but if you're not doing anything, then why are you even on the field?
Well, maybe it's because he's had Betcher as his defensive coordinator, and every play is a blitz, even on 3rd and 20. So maybe that stunts development. I don't know. Maybe having an offensive-minded head coach will also do that to you. But that aside. But no, last season sucked. The season ended, I think, when David Johnson got hurt. So game 1.
Yeah, I mean, we entered the season with everybody saying, "Oh, they're a playoff team. They're whatever." It's like even the year prior, like I like the thing I read. Like I know this is a bit off track. The thing I read about the 06 Bears game, Cardinals Bears, is that with the amount of energy we had during that game, if we had kept that lead, we could have had some momentum going after that game. But basically, all the energy was taken out of the team after that loss. And yep. I think that's exactly what happened with the year before this one. I think the loss to the Patriots in Week 1 really killed our vibe. I feel like just Cameron Canaday absolutely shitting the bed for us, just absolutely killed team morale, and I think that's why we just shit the bed.
I agree with that. Chandler Catanzaro is his name. I don't know what you said before. Chandler Catanzaro. I think he plays with the Jets now.
No, I was talking about Cameron Canaday. I was talking about a long snapper. I don't think you can really blame Catanzaro for everything.
Oh, Canner. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, the rookie we signed for that year because
he was.
Because Mike Leach retired and we had to sign a new guy, and then
he sucked.
Yeah, I think what killed this is that 2015 season. I think that was 2016 season. 2016 season. The Seahawks game where we tied them. That's what killed us. Not the Patriots game because we still had some momentum. We were 3-3. We were 3-3 heading into the Seahawks game, and then that whole tie happened.
Well, here's the thing that sucked about that game. I for reference live on the East Coast. I have to stay up. Like if there's if there's a primetime game, I've got to stay up to watch it. So Patriots game, I stay up until 12 at night to hear us lose because of a botched snap. Seahawks game, I stay up until 12 or 1 to hear a tie.
A tie,
and it's just it's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. It's horrifying, and I think that's the reason we only have one primetime game this year because every one of our primetime games after 2015 has been garbage.
Well, I mean, I agree with that. Yeah. But I guess. Okay, all right. What's more devastating to you to a season? Having a shitty long snapper, or losing your I guess, premier running back, your all-star, your superstar running back, game one, like second half.
I think that, I think last year was not going to go well either way. I feel like we didn't have enough depth at our positions. I feel like there's nothing you can really do to fix the fact that our O-line was dying. They
were dying. Like AQ Shipley, which he got hurt today, funny. He was the only one who didn't get hurt that entire season. Now
like it felt like, our premier like our entire O-line got replaced by like the people from that Key and Peele sketch.
Yeah,
there's absolute nobodies you've never heard of, and it's like one of them's on the Bears now, I think, and I saw him. I think it was at the Bears or the Ravens. He started for them in the Hall of Fame game.
Oh, the Hall of Fame. Oh,
and he was starting for us during last season when one of our guys was out.
I feel okay. I think Iupati didn't play at all last season. I don't know that much. Iupati didn't play.
Iupati is just too injury prone to be on this team. I don't know why
he's a Pro Bowl guard. He has Pro Bowl talent. It's just he's injury prone.
Yeah, I mean, you can be the best player. You can be Bo Jackson, but if you break your leg, you're not gonna, or whatever.
Yeah.
You're just.
Yeah, we started off the year. It was DJ Humphries, Mikey Potty. He got hurt. AQ Shipley. Oh, DJ Humphries got hurt too. DJ Humphries got hurt. Mikey Potty got hurt.
Also, speaking of which, AQ Shipley got murdered today, and
yeah.
We're praying for him here at the Dirty Birds podcast, but he's dead.
No, I feel like it's just I say just a concussion, like
just a concussion.
Just a
traumatic brain injury that affects a lot of football players, But anyway, so retirement of Bruce Arians, I think that is arguably one of the most tragic retirements in pro football, because it's like you had, one of the best coaches of this decade. I'd argue, just go
debatable.
Right off into the sunset with nothing to show for it except for a NFC Championship where we got demolished,
creamed,
absolutely demolished. We had two wild card games, or wait, hold up.
Okay. I'm gonna go because this actually segues because I have his his career, quote unquote, for the Cardinals stats. Okay, so Arians as a coach for us regular season, he went 49, 30, and 1. He had a 6.19 average, like a winning percentage, right? That's pretty good. But his postseason record for the Cardinals was 1-2. He below 500, and I feel like that doesn't tell the full story with him. Like you could look at 2014 season, you had Ryan Lindley starting as quarterback.
I know this is again off topic. I feel like we should have started somebody else that game. Ryan Lindley should never take the reins for any team. Oh my god.
We had what was it, Logan Thomas or whatever? Was that his name?
Logan Thomas. Yeah, it's the funniest thing. He's actually the first. I think it was the longest touchdown on a first career throw or whatever or something like that. Or he had some outrageous stat. He played garbage time,
and he
played garbage time against the Broncos, and Ellington broke out. And
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
that was, and he's got that record now, and it's like, no, you didn't do shit.
No, you didn't do shit. I don't know.
And he's actually playing tight end now for the Bills, and
he's playing tight end. You're kidding?
He's playing tight end as the Bills. You can look it up right now. Swear to God.
I don't believe you. Hold on.
Look it up. Look it up.
He does play tight end.
For the
Bills. Yep. Oh my God. That's crazy.
Even the Bills don't want him at quarterback. The Bills start in Nathan Peterman.
And I mean, hey, you know what? They can run Wildcat with a tight end. That's pretty interesting. That's something you don't really see every day. Tight end lining up.
But
Bruce Arians,
tragic, absolutely tragic retirement. I mean, he's. I know that's really melodramatic, but it's like, this guy.
He deserved more.
He absolutely deserved more. He did not. We did not deserve Bruce Arians. He deserved to be on a much better team.
I know the Bears were calling for him.
There is an alternate future. Law of probability, where the Colts decide, hey, Pagano, you suck ass. We're not going to keep you.
Pagano, you're gone. You're gone, Pagano. Go away.
But just absolutely tragic that he just went out like that.
I feel like because the main reason he retired was because of his health concerns. Like he had like heart issues, right?
And that's
It was his heart.
that's the
It was
same. I know this is I know this is entirely unrelated, but that's the same reason that Kurt went out with the Cardinals. Like his wife was
yeah.
like, "Hey, if you get knocked down like crazy again, we're not doing this anymore." And he gets absolutely murdered by the Saints because fucking what's his face?
Bountygate.
Yeah, Bountygate defensive coordinator. Forget his name. Greg Williams is an absolute asshole. Rotten. I think he's on the Bills now, so I'd say rotten hell, but he's already there.
He's already there.
Yeah.
He's okay. So Bruce Arians. Okay, we're on to Carson Palmer. He retired. With Carson Palmer retiring, I feel like I think because it was Bruce Arians first, then it was Carson Palmer, and then I was praying to God Larry Fitzgerald wouldn't retire because
And he didn't.
Trifecta. Thank God.
Thank the Lord. I hear him say, "I'm gonna stay in Phoenix for the rest of my days." I hear, "I'm leaving for Green Bay next year. Please don't call me back. Please don't. Just let me win this ring."
He's blocking all the 480s, all the 801. He's 480s blocked on his
623. Yeah. It's I'm as much as I love Larry, I think I'm like half tempted to say, let him play in Green Bay next year. He needs a ring,
Well, like, okay.
Ouch.
But Carson Palmer, that's devastating.
Yeah, I think he was one of the better quarterbacks of the mid 2000s and of the last few years, and he
one of the best Cardinal quarterbacks of all time.
I think if he doesn't get injured in like 06, I don't think the Colts win. I feel like they might go the distance. I mean,
yeah,
I feel like
Carson Palmer was injury riddled. He's one of those. He's Mike Vick. Mike Vick without running, without the dogs, without everything, right?
Yeah, without everything.
He's.
That's a lot of the things. That's a lot of
the things. Okay, no, they have similarities because they were both really good quarterbacks that got hurt. There you go.
All right, Steve Wilkes. I know nothing about him. I know that the Panthers' defense was always good. Right. Yeah, I mean they were always a good defense. I mean they had they have Kuechly, they have Thomas Davis, they had Norman. They cut him. I'm still not sure why. I mean he hasn't been great.
Money, recently. It's money. He wanted more money.
Yeah, but like it was Richardson at the time. He's not exactly aching for money.
No, well, I mean Jason Richardson. I mean he's not employed. Well, I wouldn't say employed.
He's not there anymore. There's a new owner.
But yeah, Wilkes he coached a lot in college. He came up to Carolina. I think there was a team before that. I don't entirely know.
Let me check.
This is his first, I guess, stint
as a head coach in the NFL. He was a head coach at Savannah State prior to.
I don't know where that is.
That's in Georgia. It's HBCU. He was 5-7 there, I think. 5-6. He was 5-6.
Oh no, that's not good.
And prior to this, he was a defensive backs coach for both the Chicago Bears and the San Diego Chargers. And this guy, he's been everywhere. He's at Johnson & Smith, Savannah State, Illinois State, App State, East Tennessee State. Basically, just a lot of non-majors in the South, except for Notre Dame and Washington. Those are random.
Notre Dame, that's crazy.
He was a defensive backs coach at Notre Dame for 1 year only.
Something I have picked up on, he likes his defensive backs, which is perfect for when we have Patrick Peterson. And
I've heard he's defensive backs whisperer. I think early prediction. I think Brendan Williams will do something other than sit on the bench this year. That's the easiest thing I could say, so I'm going to say it.
Maybe. I don't like. I'm going to be completely. I don't like Brendan Williams at all. I don't like.
Well, he's done nothing. You can't really hate him if he's done nothing.
Like I feel like what he does play, he gets burned. He's like Justin Bethel, Like
yeah.
I don't know. The CB02 has just
CB2 is just wide open. I mean this is the first year where I think it's still up for debate in like a while.
I think it's always been up for debate. I think. Last year, we got what was his face from Cleveland? I don't remember.
I thought we just got Jamar Taylor. I don't.
That's not Jamar Taylor. Not Jamar Taylor.
Fuck, I'm blanking.
He plays for the Packers now.
I don't know. Tramon Williams.
Jamal Williams. There you go. That was his name. There you go. He did
Yeah.
really good for us. But then you had Cromartie, you had Bethel, you've had Brandon Williams, you've had plenty of guys step up, and I feel like it's still a gaping hole because Patrick
Cromartie.
Peters, like Cromartie, yeah. Like, I feel like
Antonio Cromartie, or what are you talking about?
Antonio Cromartie, yeah, not DRC, not DRC.
But Steve Wilkes did well with the Panthers. I feel like he was I think he was sort of overhyped as a coach in the coaching market, but I think he is a good hire. And watch me eat my words as we go 3-13. 3-13.
He was actually Steve Wilkes as the last hired head coach for the Cardinals. This is the same deal with Bruce Arians when we first hired him. Steve Wilkes, Bruce Arians was the last head coach hired, and Steve Wilkes was the last head coach hired this year.
Oh, that's some good luck until we lose to the fucking whoever, and we lose to the fucking Bears in the championship or some shit.
I don't know.
It's always some team.
It's always some like bum team that has a really good quarterback. I mean, maybe we could be that bum
that could tear us apart. Yeah,
maybe we could be that. I don't know.
Maybe.
But no, Steve Wilkes is good. He hired for his because he cleared out. He cleared shot on that coaching staff.
Yeah, as you do.
I feel like the age, I guess the cumulative age of that coaching staff went down by 30. Because
absolutely.
Let me be honest, there were dinosaurs on that sideline. You could tell.
Yeah, absolutely.
No disrespect. No disrespect intended. But like, there was a dude who was like 96. No lie. It was the quarterback's coach. Not for no interruption. The quarterback's coach. It was like one of their offensive gurus, and he would always be talking to Palmer, and he looked like he hadn't moved from the bench in 30 years.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. So, Mike McCoy. I feel like he's a good coach. I think he did good with his time in Denver. I feel like I don't think
he took Tim Tebow and won a playoff game. That's all I'm saying.
He beat the Steelers with Tebow. I think that's a miracle in itself.
Tebow, and he almost beat the Patriots.
I mean, Tebow's preaching about Jesus, but Mike McCoy is the only one who took him there.
I feel like Mike McCoy. I know he struggled in San Diego a lot, which I guess that's why he's not a head coach anymore. I feel like if he takes the backseat role and just focuses on running the offense, because that's his main role in this system.
Absolutely. I mean, if he can turn Josh Rosen into, the proto Aaron Rodgers he is now into actual honest to God Aaron Rodgers 2.0, he can turn this. That's the absolutely. Look at Rosen and compare him to A-Rod. They're already the same person, basically.
I feel like Mike McCoy was a great hire. I feel like people are sleeping on him. I feel like also getting rid of our special teams coach. I don't remember his name. I know he sucked ass.
He wasn't a good coach. Yeah, I know he was one of Arian's buddies from Temple.
And nobody liked him. Nobody liked him.
Absolutely nobody. And you can't even say our special teams got better under him because it's like, think about who we had. We had Drew Butler. We had Chandler Catanzaro. We had Cameron Canada. We had Phil Dawson somehow got worse under this guy.
I feel like Phil Dawson. What happened with him? He got better as the season progressed. He had that clutch kick against the Niners, I believe.
Well, I thought that was the Jags. I thought he had like a
one of the two games. I saw the game. I saw the game. I should have taken a picture of the kick, but
yeah, that was an insane kick. But like, I think hot take, Jay Feely has been the best kicker we've had this decade.
Neil Rackers exists, but okay.
Well, I don't. Was he? I mean,
I feel like he
I said this.
Oh, this decade. This decade. Okay. All right. Okay. Jay Feely. Yes.
Jay Feely is the GOAT.
I feel he does like NFL Network now. I thought
he was on CBS. I thought he was on CBS.
One of the networks. I don't pay attention.
One of the networks.
One of the networks. One of the things. But like, I don't know. I feel like this whole, I guess, revamping of the coaching staff. This is a youth movement. I've noticed with the Cardinals. We're getting a little. This isn't a retirement home anymore.
We've gone from Jeff Fisher to Sean McVay. I'd argue.
I
say this, and Steve Wilkes is like 59 or some shit.
I don't think.
Oh God, he's 48.
Okay, I think I was about to say like, Bruce Arians wasn't that bad, but no, I think you're meaning age. Like McVay, isn't he like 28?
He's 30 something.
Like that dude's young.
He was the youngest. I remember he was the youngest coach in the NFL, and I think Denver had one of the youngest coaches prior to that. I actually remember this because they brought it
Was
up during the game.
mm-hmm. Do you want to talk about Honey Badger first?
Honey Badger is one of the two Cardinals that have the pleasure, I don't know, of owning a jersey for, and now
I
I
do
don't know
too.
what I don't know what to do. You have a bootleg jersey. What the fuck?
Well, I don't care. You know what? I low key should burn it now because he's blocked me on Twitter. I low key should do it.
But no, it's like we lost him. He's now in a better place.
No,
In
he's not.
Houston, he's in Houston. He's like he took a pay cut, but I think he literally said like, "Oh, I'm only going there because they focus more on the defense." It's like that's true. That's true.
We hired a defensive-minded head coach. What is he talking about?
I think that was No. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't like him anymore. He blocked me on Twitter because I said he gets burned on drag routes. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I thought everybody gets burned on drag rats.
Well, him especially. And he all right. I think he had one good game against the Jaguars this season, and then he had that one against the Colts. That's 2 games, and it wasn't that good. It wasn't worth it, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
I think picking off Jacoby Brissett and Blake Bortles isn't really say you're a good defensive guy. I don't know the term, but
we released Adrian Peterson after a very messy stint with the Cardinals. I feel like he, everybody, after we got him, thought we had a absolute steal. We traded a conditional for him. We were basically just using our D League cast with Kerwin Williams and what was Elijah Penny and just absolute no namers to compensate for that. So
Chris Johnson, CJ2K.
Chris Johnson.
But he's old. Yeah, we did use him. God.
Yeah, and it's like he was the same thing that happened to him happened to Chris Johnson. He had a great start. He absolutely dominated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Mid-game Tampa Bay, I actually changed the owner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Wikipedia to Adrian Peterson, and I really regret that now because he really shit the bed throughout the entire season.
The entire season. He had one good game against the Bucs, and that was it.
Oh, he had another game where he was. I think he burned the Niners, but it's the Niners before they got.
It's the Niners. Before Jimmy G. Well, we didn't even like literally how that game went against the Niners. It was kick, Larry Fitzgerald touchdown. That's exactly how the game went.
Oh my god, yeah. But yeah, those are the 2 major losses, right? I can't remember who else.
Well, I mean, I think I know we lost Justin Bethel. Bethel, no really loss. Let's see, we lost. I'm looking at linemen. Nothing really there. Quarterback, Drew Stanton. I mean, we lost one of our backup quarterbacks.
We lost the best quarterback we've ever had. Rest in peace.
The rest, that was the best. That's the best backup quarterback. And
now he's with the Browns. He's with the Browns, so he's gonna get a start with the Browns.
Tyrod Taylor is gonna start, and then Baker Mayfield will be the backup.
I'm hearing Baker Mayfield's gonna be like the 3rd string. I'm hearing he's Manziel 2.0.
Oh my god! I actually like Baker Mayfield. That's the crazy thing.
He is literally just Baker. He's literally just Johnny Manziel.
I hope he does well. I hope he does well. I really hope he does well. But anyways.
I think going back to Matthew, I think he hasn't been the same since that toe injury in garbage time against the Eagles.
Oh
my god, that was what?
What are you talking about? Who are you talking about?
Matthew.
Yeah, oh no, yeah. ACL. It was an ACL pull. That's what it was.
Yeah,
he doesn't have ACLs anymore.
Yeah. It'd be like that sometimes. You just lose your ACLs.
It's Tyrann Mathieu, he's in a good place with Houston. His quarterback's lost an ACL. I'm pretty sure J.J. Watt has lost something.
Going back tangent. I think Houston this is an entire tangent. It's not going to be as good as people think it is this year. I mean,
They're gonna be.
Deshaun Watson went 3-4 last year. He wasn't a great quarterback. He was just an exciting one.
Deshaun Watson. The thing with him is that remember he had ACL surgery at Clemson.
Yeah.
Before, this is his second ACL surgery, and he's only a rookie year.
I mean,
So
I've heard people say he's going to be RG3 too, and I think that's a very accurate comparison.
That's a very valid comparison actually. Which RG3, poor guy, he's in Baltimore right now.
Yeah, he actually didn't do that bad during the Hall of Fame game. I think that was
I feel like he'll get signed somewhere. He'll back. I was like, let's Cardinals don't sign Mike Glennon, go sign RG3. But
no. Go sign Cap. Okay. Yeah.
Go sign Kaepernick. No, that's not happening. Not with our owner. Not with our owner. Oh no.
Oh, Lord, yeah. But we also lost Marcus Williams. But I don't think he did anything, did he?
Marcus Williams.
I don't remember him.
Where did he play?
Corner.
Oh yeah.
We had such a rotating cast that I just don't remember him. We had so many people named Williams and Drew on our team in the past few years that it's just.
I don't know. A big thing I did notice we've lost a lot. Look at our wide receiver core. Jaron Brown is gone. He's in Seattle. John Brown, he's with Baltimore. JJ Nelson's still here, but he's JJ Nelson.
I mean, the thing with JJ Nelson, he's got the best beat in the game, but he can't catch a damn ball.
He can't catch it open. Like he can catch with 5 guys around him. But when he's wide open, he just he bobbles or whatever he does.
So what we're saying is JJ Nelson is going to the Hall of Fame.
Yes, when he leaves the Cardinals, he will.
He's a first ballot. First ballot.
But we also lost Marcus Golden. Yeah. I always loved him. I always loved when he did.
You're thinking of Britton Golden.
Britton Golden? Wrong guy.
We lost Britton Golden.
Britton Golden.
And he did nothing.
Well, I feel like he did really good on special teams. I know that much. He did provide, I guess, a boost to our special teams. Not saying he was good or anything, but whatever.
I mean, anybody can provide a boost on special teams. All you got to do is block.
Of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, we also, I guess we should mention, we also did lose Carson Palmer, but we've already talked about that.
Yeah.
We lost.
So let's talk about who we gained in the offseason. We gained Sam Bradford on a $20,000 1-year contract. That was not guaranteed. I'm a firm believer that most contracts should be guaranteed. But given Bradford's injury history, I feel like we were absolutely justified to have an injury clause in the contract.
I think how the deal works with Sam Bradford, which, oh my goodness, it was the first year is guaranteed money, but he has a second year, which is like a team option. That's the team option year. We can cut him after this first season if he gets hurt like the second week.
Have an injury settlement and all that, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like that was a good signing. Good signing by the Cardinals.
Good signing. I've heard looking at his game tape. I feel like he is a very competent quarterback, but he gets injured way too much. He's basically a liability. Like Ndamukong is like saying he's going to murder him week 2, and it's like Ndamukong, why? He's going to die.
Why? He's going to die. Week 2. Leave us alone. It's only
week 2. He's going to die against the Saints in the preseason.
That's we've already put the expiration date. Week 2 against the Rams. That's where Sam Bradford is dying.
Oh my god!
No lie.
Second biggest addition on the offseason, just by the contract alone. Justin, how do I say that? Pug? I don't know. No,
Justin Pugh. It's Pugh.
Justin Pugh. That's a very strange name.
Pew pew. Pew. Like a gun.
Yeah, I like this guy already. He was a pretty solid lineman with the Giants for all that's worth. It's not worth much.
Pro Bowler. He was a Pro Bowler.
Well, he was a Pro Bowler, but the Giants were haven't had a good O-line in ages. Last year.
Well, the Giants O-line, it was all the left side. Pugh played on the right side, I believe. So that's not on him. That's on Eric Flowers over there being a turnstile.
Third biggest signing, Bryce?
Bryce
Or fourth,
Butler.
actually. Fourth biggest signing is Bryce Butler.
That just shows how bad our offseason was
Yeah,
free
we
agency
had a
wise.
very uneventful offseason.
Well,
Like
I feel like
I'm looking at our our signings on this site, and it's like the third highest was this guy named Andre Smith. I don't know anything about Andre
he
Smith.
played right tackle for the Bengals.
Incorrect. He played guard for the Bengals.
Well, now he's right. He's apparently the right tackle for the Cardinals.
And
That's gonna go so well.
like it says our fifth biggest signing was Josh Bynes, and apparently he played for us like last year, and we're paying him $5 million for 3 years. And
Really?
I don't remember what he did.
He plays middle line because our linebacker core right now is Buchanan, it's Reddick, and
May he
Bynes.
rest in peace, Buchanan.
He's fine. He's fine. No structural damage, no nothing. He's good.
Yeah. But Bryce
also,
Butler, he burned us against the when we played against him that one time.
That one
And
time.
he's one of those players who doesn't get a lot of targets, but like when he does target, he has some breakaways. He has a pretty solid stat line considering how many attempts he's gotten through.
One of the main reasons
which is not much.
Yeah, one of the main reasons he did come here was because how Dallas, I guess, ran their system. It was Dez, it was Zeke, and it was Dak. And Jason Witten. But
and now Dallas has like no wide receivers on their team. Nobody.
Bryce, Bryce said
the guy who didn't run out of bounds that first game in like 16 is now their starting wide receiver.
Alan Hearns?
Terrence Williams.
Terrence Williams. There you go.
Or whatever his name is. Is Alan Hearns there?
Yeah, Alan Hearns went to
the shit.
Yeah,
I guess he's their starter now.
Yeah, he's their top guy, which I mean isn't saying much, but
I mean that's yeah.
Bryce Butler, the reason he did come here was because he didn't want to stay in Dez Bryant's shadow.
And now he's going to be in JJ Nelson's shadow.
Well, I mean, we could sign Dez Bryant. You never know. He's still a free agent.
Well, he says he wants to be on an NFC East team, and that's why he's going to remain unsigned forever.
But regardless, who else is on that list of top free agency signings for us?
Trey Boston, and that's basically it.
Trey Boston, I feel like, was a steal of a signing for us. He's only in his third year in the league.
Yeah,
and
he's done really great. Didn't he? He played for the Panthers a few years ago, right? That's where he is.
He played for the Panthers, and he went to San Diego and had a career year.
He went to LA.
He went to LA. Yeah, he did the Chargers, and he had a career year. He did so well. I don't know why he didn't get signed.
But we also signed Derek Coleman, which is random. Fullback from Atlanta. Not a bad fullback either. He's actually a pretty talented fullback. But the thing about that is, unless there's like a camp battle or something where something happens, Elijah Penny and Derek Coleman are both fullbacks on our team. So
fun fact about Coleman. He's actually deaf. He's legally deaf.
Wait, legit?
Yeah, he's deaf, or at least he's partly deaf. One of the two, but the way he's adapted, I guess where you get like heightened senses or whatever.
Legally deaf.
Yeah, he's deaf.
That's cool, man. Good on him.
Yeah, and he plays. He's really good.
Yeah, he's. I mean, yeah.
But no, yeah, as you're saying, as you were saying.
But yeah, that's we signed 2 defensive players from Dallas, and they did nothing for us. So I don't know. I've heard Ben Wickery and Benson. Ben Wickeriki? Benson Mayowa, and I know nothing about neither of them. They don't.
That's depth. That's depth that we need.
Draft. The draft. I was about to go on a tangent in the draft, so I'm going to say draft. We absolutely fucking nailed the first few rounds. Not everything. I feel like Rosen is probably the best quarterback we've ever picked, but that's not saying a lot considering we've picked Matt
Leonard and Logan Thomas. So.
We've only picked one quality quarterback in the last 30 years or so.
Yeah,
that was Jake the Snake Plummer.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, he took us to the playoffs. He did. Look it up.
I mean, yeah, but like the reason like we were called the cardiac cards is because Jake would always make these massive fucking mistakes in like the first half of games in like the late mid 90s, and we'd always find a way to compensate and like score at the last minute, and we'd be dubbed the cardiac cards because
The
they're
cardiac cards.
and it's just like cardiac is the most overused like whatever for a team. It's like I heard somebody call the Panthers like a few years ago the cardiac cats. It's like no, they were never the cardiac cats.
The
The only
cardiac cats.
yeah, that's like
That's
the lame.
so bad.
That's
That
the
is so
lamest name.
bad. I mean, the
That's like the
cardiac
only.
cards works because card. There's card in it. It already
Well, it's like
works.
no, it's like we were actually a cardiac team. Like we were actually like like absolute nail breaker games. But I think the only one where it really worked was the cardiac pack 80 Smith pack.
Yeah.
But anyway, tangent. Josh Rosen is the best quarterback we've ever drafted. I think he is.
Agreed.
I'm absolutely jinxing this. He's going to be the worst quarterback we've ever had. But
no,
okay,
no. He's gonna be the best. He's gonna be the
he
best.
is a plus prospect that everybody passed on, like Draymond Green. I hate his guts.
Okay,
but
don't compare. Don't compare. No. We're not comparing Draymond Green to Josh Rosen. Stop that.
I'm going
Stop
somewhere
that.
with this. I'm going somewhere with this. I will not let you. Won't let you stop me until you let me go somewhere with this.
Okay, fine.
He did a video on Twitter where he
Okay.
listed the players that went prior to him before he was drafted 34th by the Warriors.
Yep.
And it's like Rosen had the same mentality going out of the gate with the Cardinals.
All
it's like
nine
if Rosen can bring that, if Rosen can bring that unforgiving mentality to absolutely dominate defenses, I feel like he can be the best quarterback we've ever drafted. Not saying much, but please God, be the best one we've ever drafted.
Please, we need something.
We need something.
But Rose, I do agree. He's done well in camp. I think
he quarterback of the future. He's the best. Okay, yeah. I feel like every comparison people have made to him is accurate. I like looking at his college game. I feel like the A-Rod comparisons aren't limited to just the face. I feel like it is the perfect comparison for Josh Rosen.
Okay, I'll agree with that.
They look so similar.
Actually no. Fun. Josh Rosen and Aaron Rodgers are already friends. He's the first guy who texted him on draft night.
Fuck yeah! Good on you, A-Rod.
Yeah, he said he saw Rosen like at pick 6, and he was just chilling there like, Allen got picked over me. Cool, and which thank God the Bills are stupid and they picked Allen.
Yeah,
thank
God. It was like J.P. Lossman was picked prior to. I think it was anyway. He was picked prior to A-Rod. I think that's the funniest thing ever. Like he was picked 22nd over
everybody.
Aaron Rodgers. And he went to Tulane. They chose a quarterback from Tulane over Aaron Rodgers.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers, Roethlisberger, J.P. Lossman. Am I looking at the right draft? This doesn't. Okay.
No, you're not. Rodgers was in the same draft class.
Okay, yeah, that was
He was.
way
Alex
off.
Smith. He was drafted. Alex Smith.
Yeah.
Alex Smith and him were in the same draft class.
Imagine how much life would suck if Alex Smith went to the Niners. Or sorry, Aaron Rodgers went to the Niners. Just how
I wouldn't be a Cardinal fan. I'll be completely honest. I wouldn't be a Cardinal fan. I'd probably be like a Cowboy fan because
it'd be brutal. Like look at this. Like we could have we were aching for a quarterback from us that time. We chose Antrell Roll, and it's like he is a good player, no doubt.
He's going to be on the Ring of Honor. He's a top player. But
I don't think he's a top player. I think he's a great player. I don't think
he was a contributor to the Super Bowl team. I know that much.
Like the Vikings, they were stuck with shit quarterbacks throughout the mid-2000s. They chose Erasmus James over Aaron Rodgers.
Erasmus. What the hell is Erasmus
James? That is a Key and Peele name. That is not a real name.
That's like the Brickishaw.
Chicago Bears, Ben Simmons.
The Bear. Who did the Bears pick? Didn't the Bears pick before the Packers?
Pick and they chose Cedric Benson.
The Bear. Okay, Benson was actually good. So okay, I'll let that slide.
He was not great though.
Yes, he. Okay.
He was good,
Cedric
but he was
Benson.
good on the Bengals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the Bears picked Aaron Rodgers, they would have won the 2006 Super Bowl. Just saying.
I'm looking at
anyway.
Benson's. Okay, yeah.
Wait,
Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk is a Christian Kirk is a solid pick.
Like the rocks we threw at the car, solid rocks.
Well, it's thing compared to the rest we've had in the.
Okay. Later. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. Yeah.
I feel like he's a good player. I haven't seen enough tape on him to say much else about him, but I feel like he's a much needed add to our very small
wide receiver
core. Yeah, it's like a Pro Football Focus ranked us the 31st wide receiver class of the year or whatever.
I don't disagree.
That hurts because it's true.
It hurt. The truth hurts. But
I don't remember who they had as the 32nd.
I don't
care. I don't really care.
It might be the Niners because their best wide receiver is Marquise Goodwin, and then they have no one else.
Yeah. Okay. So we had what's his face? Cole from Texas.
Mason Cole. He's played every position. He played freshman year at Michigan, which is really hard to do. Okay, so Mason Cole, good utility pick. Line needed help. Next pick, I think, was Chase Edmonds, right?
Chase Edmonds. Hold up. I don't remember. Okay. Cut this gap here. No, our third round pick was our next pick was Chase Edmonds.
See, I'm right. I was right.
Screw you. But he was our next pick. He running back out of Fordham. I don't think we really needed another running back, but I feel like he's a solid add. I feel like TJ Logan, Charlotte Catholic pride right there. Or was it Charlotte Christian? I can't remember.
North Carolina.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking high school.
Oh.
He went to a high school that's not even like 20, 30 minutes away from me.
Oh, shit.
But no, I feel like I think he's better than just, special teams and whatever. I feel like he's actually a solid back. I don't know why we chose Chase Edmonds, but, he could be a good player. He could be anything. I feel like he has a lot to show for himself, I think. Or he has a lot to prove.
He went to the same high school. Whoa. Yeah. He went to the same college as, I think, Steve Kahn. So that's probably why he was picked. But, Steve Kahn, he likes to go to this random bum-ass colleges and be like, I
feel like that's why didn't Deion Buchanan or whatever go to didn't he go to Tempe or who am I thinking? Or Temple? Who am I thinking of?
The kid who went to Temple?
Yeah, the kid who went to Temple.
Might have been Baker, I think. I was about to say Hassan Reddick because no, he went to A&M. No, it was Hassan. He went to Temple.
Hassan Reddick went to Temple, and I feel like that was absolutely a vanity signing. I feel like he was. Hassan Reddick didn't really do enough to really say.
I feel like he feels a need. He feels a need because linebacker right now is kind of dry. Because we moved Chandler Jones and Marcus Golden to the D line. I feel like doing.
I don't know. I know the D line's been really dry, but I don't know why we took Chandler Jones out of the linebacker slot because I feel like he was a really solid linebacker.
I feel like it's an experiment. I feel like if he doesn't do what he did before, he'll move back to a linebacker, which I feel like, might help him better. But
my biggest concern from this draft, looking at it, is the fact that we did 6 rounds.
6
corner. 6 rounds to draft a corner, which is I think that's I feel like that is something we definitely needed a lot more than we paid attention to it.
I feel like if we grabbed there's a kid, Green Bay, Josh Jackson, like the NBA player, but no, he's a corner for the Packers.
My main thing with Josh Jackson is like it'd be way too confusing. Like, hey, I've got, like which Josh Jackson are you talking about? Phoenix message boards? Because like, oh my god, yeah,
Yeah, that would be crazy. Did
that'd
you see
be
that Josh Jackson highlight reel? Which one? What? No.
Lord.
Um.
Final pick Corey Campbell, Cunningham. Don't know him. Draft
Wow, the
grade
disrespect. The disrespect to Corey Cunningham from Cincinnati University.
Corey just disrespected the second best Cunningham to ever enter the NFL. Wow, absolutely brutal.
Wow, that's brutal.
But draft, I think I'm
Watch him
the
become like the best tackle we've ever had. Because
guard. Lord,
no,
uh,
Corey Cunningham's a tackle.
this here is a guard. Okay, I'm glad this is a very specific nitpick. Kime always goes for this fucking diamond in the rust ass player in the
Uh
third
huh.
round. And
Third
he always does that to be cute because he thinks he knows better than all the other GMs. Like, oh, uh, uh,
I'm gonna
DeBrickashaw,
pick. Right.
DeBrickashaw Ferguson or whatever. I know that's a real
I'm
person,
gonna
but
pick
please,
John Brown from Pittsburgh State.
but like just a random ass player from like App State or some no name ass college from here. He just picks
Fordham. Fordham.
Fordham. Fordham's an Ivy League school. That's not like obscure. At least
But
I think
like,
it's an. Is it
I
an Ivy League? I
I've
think it's.
never heard of Fordham in my life before
They're
this.
not. They're not Ivy League, but they're one of those things I confuse for Ivy League.
It's a
The,
smart person school.
yeah, and he's a good back from what I've heard, but I feel like he didn't set the world on fire. I'm still not sure why we chose him. I feel like he is the Trevor Ariza of the Arizona Cardinals. Nobody knows why we picked him up, really.
He's just there.
Yeah,
He just exists.
yeah.
But as you're saying,
I grade this draft a B. I grade the Josh Rosen pick an A plus. I grade the Christian Kirk pick as a B plus. I grade everything else as a meh.
and meh. All
Meh.
right. I'd go Josh Rosen A, Christian Kirk A minus, Mason Cole A, Chase Edmonds C.
C
Uh,
that's a stretch. I think that's a C minus.
Chris Campbell, we didn't even talk about him. He doesn't get a grade. He doesn't. I'll give him a C, whatever. And
It's a
then
six
Corey
round pick.
Cunningham,
It's a 6 round pick. He'll be gone by the
he's
time
not
the
gonna make
year's
the team.
over.
He's not even gonna make the team. Corey Cunningham A,
Corey
of course.
Corey Cunningham's going to be the best Cunningham since Randall. But okay, so let's talk about miscellaneous things, I guess. Steve Keim,
Oh
you
boy,
absolute buffoon. 2 beers and pizza incident.
I don't think
So
it was
Steve,
2 beers. It was not
well,
2 beers.
look at the guy. He's a lightweight. Look at him. He's an absolute Steve
I
Keim.
knew he was a drunk. I knew you have to work for the Cardinals for too long. You have to be a drunk at this point.
Steve Keim is. It's like the more that came out of about this incident, the more I shook my head. Steve Keim was
Have
pulled
you seen the?
over on the was it the 4th of July, right?
Yeah, it was the 4th of July.
And he was pulled over by highway patrolman who and he was pulled over because he was, reckless driving, couldn't pass he didn't pass what was
So
the field test
he couldn't
where
take it.
it's
He couldn't take it because he was still
because
recovering from like an ACL.
he had a bum leg, and I think that's just absolute
No,
horseshit.
no, no, no. He did like tear his ACL. He did something really bad to his leg.
But no, he got pulled over.
Uh
Uh,
huh.
he pretended to be. Here's the weirdest part of the story, in my opinion. He pretended to
Okay.
be a Cardinals security guard
Yeah.
named what was it? Just a close friend of his who had. And here's the scummiest part. The friend he was comparing him to was actually a buddy of like one of the guys in the police force, and he died several years ago.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
he's a
I have a
close.
thing. I have a thing to say about that.
Yeah.
That was a false report. He said that name because remember he's drunk, right? You know, he's
Yeah.
what he was with the BAC like 0.19.
I don't know.
Jesus Christ. But the reason he said that name was because protocol is to state your like security chief's name, right?
Yeah.
Because they deal with everything. He's drunk. He didn't realize he's dead, so he's like, this is the guy you're supposed to talk to. Okay, I'm drunk. You know.
the Robert Kimdichie incident, which is more. Sorry, was it Kimdichie or who am I thinking of?
It was Ricky Seals-Jones.
Ricky Seals-Jones incident, which is probably the funniest incident of our
He
offseason.
wanted to take a piss, bro. Let him take a piss.
No,
That's all he wanted.
he went to a sushi place. Like he stopped at a sushi place because he really needed to take a dump.
Mm-hmm.
And
He said, "Bro, I gotta take a shit."
sushi place was like, they're dicks about it because it's Arizona. It's probably some fucking gentrified piece of shit sushi place. And it's like, we won't let you in unless you pay for the food. And it's like, and he fucking like bursts past this guy so he can take a shit, and he gets I think did he get arrested for it?
He got a police report on it.
He got a police report because he needed to take a shit. And it's like, some people are calling out on it, like, dude, you're a fucking millionaire. Why don't you do like?
He just needs to use the bathroom.
If you need to go that bad, there is no stopping you. You gotta go.
You gotta go.
There's no stopping
you. Oh my god! I actually like Ricky Seals-Jones, so I feel bad making fun of it.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody said that.
It couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Yeah, he's a good kid, and like he just needed to take a shit.
Yeah.
And they're like, you can't take a shit, and he goes, "Move! I need to go," and he goes, I can't imagine. He gets done.
We've been discussing this for 2 minutes.
He gets out of the bathroom, right? He's like, okay, that felt good, and he's got the police waiting right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, regardless.
But anyway, position battles. Let's see.
Quarterback. Let's talk about quarterback first.
Quarterback. Everybody is saying that Sam Bradford is our quarterback until he dies. But Josh Rosen versus Sam Bradford. Bradford's probably going to win it out because, it's Bradford. It's got more experience. But the thing I've heard about Rosen is that he, he's got the best look for like a QB number 2 of any first round pick in the league. Like Darnold is, he just got out of contract negotiations because the Jets wouldn't give him more guaranteed money because guaranteed contract rules in the NFL are non-existent. Josh Allen is somehow not the most racist person in Buffalo. No, kidding.
Richie Incognito.
Josh Allen is behind AJ McCarron right now at quarterback, which is basically all you need to say about Buffalo's quarterback situation.
They still think they can make the playoffs, which is insane.
No, they think that every year.
I mean, they actually did, though. They actually did make the playoffs.
Yeah, because of a contrived series of coincidences. Speaking of the Buffalo Bills, the team that lost that brought them there, the Baltimore Ravens drafted Lamar Jackson, probably one of the better quarterbacks of that draft, Michael Vick 2.0.
You mean wide receiver, right?
So, Baltimore Ravens, Joe Flacco has absolutely shit the bed. He is a non-factor. I think he, Lamar Jackson is probably there. But it's not really saying much because they. What?
Joe Flacco's elite, though.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Joe Flacco's elite.
He's an elite quarterback.
He's an elite quarterback. Joe Flacco, he's a Super Bowl MVP. He's elite.
Okay, so Josh Rosen is he's probably going to be our starting quarterback once Sam Bradford dies.
I'd say honest prediction, week 5, he's our starting quarterback.
Yeah, I think it's earlier than that. I think Bradford dies week 2, and Domkins who kills him on the field. They have a funeral on the field that day.
That's not. Yeah. I'm gonna go off. I guess I'll say, all right. Baker Mayfield, as we talked about him earlier, he's the 3rd string.
Your audio's cutting out. Can you repeat that?
Is it? Baker Mayfield
Baker 3rd stringer on the Browns, and that amazes me.
I
heard he's not showing up in camp.
Oh, really? Baker Mayfield?
Yeah, Baker Mayfield.
Is he not showing up really now?
No, I'm saying he's not. I'm not saying he's not skipping camp. I'm saying he's just not doing well in camp.
Let's see, but no.
Went from insulting Kansas to losing a quarterback battle to Drew Stanton.
Well, I mean, Drew Stanton's the GOAT, so I don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
Yeah.
But
So
I
let's.
guess
I think we should get into. We didn't really discuss. We didn't really discuss. There's nothing really discuss battles wise. So let's look at our schedule and see how terribly we're going to do.
hold on.
How
Okay.
dreadful we're going to do.
Okay, so if you go
All
to
right.
twitter.com /user,
I'm already there.
uh,
Um.
I have
So
that
first
thread.
game, I can do a rundown here.
Okay.
Washington Redskins. I think we win that. It's our first game. It's at home.
That's a win.
University of Phoenix Stadium. I feel like people won't know our scheme at that point. I feel like we will be a very brand new team.
And
Alex Smith,
the Redskins.
master of the check down pass, will throw a 2-yard pass on 4th and 24 to end the game. We win 24-20.
What a great. All right.
Yeah. I think that's what's going to happen. I feel like Alex Smith is the only good player on the Redskins. I feel like
Darius Geis is pretty good though.
What can I say? Second place in the NFC East is a massive hole right there.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Los Angeles Rams. We are absolutely going to get murdered.
That is a loss. That is a loss.
Our second game of the season against the Rams. Sam Bradford goes down. I think that's obvious.
Mm-hmm.
I think something different happens, though. I think Aaron Donald is the one that kills him. I think Ndamukong Suh doesn't get what he wants.
I feel like it's going to end up being Marcus Peters on a cornerback blitz.
Oh
that ends up murdering him.
There's like who shot JR. There's just so many suspects. It's like who killed Sam Bradford.
Who killed Sam Bradford? And you just show the entire defense. You could even put the offense. You could put Steve Kemp on there.
Oh my god, yeah. He kills 2 Bradfords ever having 3 beers in the pizza.
I gave him
Chicago Bears.
That's
Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears only saving grace on their team is their defense. And I feel like, I think our offense is competent enough to do things against the Bears. Handle the Bears. I think that if Josh Rosen's in at that point, he's going to light up the Bears. There's no doubt about it. Fuck you. Week 4, Seattle Seahawks. It's at University of Phoenix Stadium. I don't think we've won against them at University of Phoenix in ages, right?
It's always been close.
It's always been close, but I feel like this year with Seattle, I think everybody's overestimating them. I think their defense, they don't have a lot of people. Most of the people in the 12th man are just gone.
The Legion of Boom is dead.
Cam Chancellor, Michael Bennett, Richard everybody there is gone.
The Legion of Boom is dead. Rest in peace. Actually, no, don't rest in peace. Rest in fucking hell. I don't care.
Yeah, and Russell Wilson's such a locker room cancer, apparently, that he's the only one there.
No, he's not.
He is a locker room cancer, according to every Seahawks player. Nobody says it out. It's anonymous sources, but look at the guy.
He doesn't look like a locker room cancer. I feel like he'd be a nice guy.
Yeah, but I said the same thing about Geno Smith during a podcast, and somebody had to correct me.
Geno Smith.
Week 5, San Fran at Levi Stadium. I feel like that's a win. I feel like this is the same story, different outlook. I feel like the Niners are a very okay team in a very, I want to say stacked division. I don't know if it is a stacked division.
I'd say it's a stacked division.
I feel like I think Jimmy G is a good quarterback, but look at Niners fans he went 6-0, dude. He's gonna fucking tear the world
against
on fire.
Garbage teams.
It's like he won 2 of those games against the AFC South, which is if you're putting up points against the Bortles, then what are you doing, man?
What are you doing, bro? Well, I mean, the Jaguars defense is nothing to scoff at, though.
It's like they're nothing to scoff at. I mean, he is a good quarterback, but you can't say hold up. I'm gonna pull it up because I'm a fucking loser.
What are you pulling up?
I'm pulling up the San Francisco Niners wins last year, final few wins.
Okay.
Week 6, Minnesota Vikings, US Bank Stadium. We haven't beaten the Vikings, I don't think. We only beat them once recently.
And we're not going to beat them. We're not going to beat
we're
them.
not gonna beat the Vikings defense because the Vikings defense, no matter what the year is, it's always good. There are things that remain constant no matter what, and the Vikings defense will always be good. Always.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason they're number one on fantasy like almost every year, and it's because they are just that good. I feel like we don't win that. We haven't won at US Bank Stadium in ages. I don't think that's a
The
win.
U.S. Bank Stadium hasn't been up for ages. It's been up for like 2
Well,
years.
Minnesota in general.
Okay, there you go.
We haven't won a US Bank Stadium, period. Boom. Gotcha.
Oh, you got me.
Denver Broncos. That is a
No,
Thursday night game. University of Phoenix Stadium. We're going off a long road trip from Minnesota to Phoenix in a 4-day span. I don't think we win. Well, no, fuck that. It's the Broncos. We're gonna win.
no.
It's
Von
the
Miller's gonna kill. He's gonna kill Bradford. If that's not
Von Miller is the only good person on that team.
okay, what's that other dude they drafted?
Yeah, Bradley Chubb and Von Miller are the only two people on that team that are anywhere near competent.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I mean, I can't say their defense is good anymore because like, what defense? They have Von Miller. That's it. I feel like that's an easy win. Niners at their house. I feel like they've. I think they win that maybe because I think we usually have trouble against them at our house, don't we?
Yeah. Right now, we're like 6-2 in your predictions right now. I don't think that's happening.
Well, I'm saying that because I'm saying this is like easy teams.
Okay.
Yeah. I think most of these teams are easy enough that we could handle them. It's the second half where things get tricky.
Oh boy, that's so fun.
It's always fun. Kansas City. We go off a bye. We go off on a bye. Mm-hmm. Then our first game back is in the East
at
Kansas City.
At Arrowhead. Oh my god!
And that is like a 1-2-3 punch of we're all going to lose. Like I don't care that their starting quarterback is Patrick Mahomes. We're gonna get slaughtered.
We're gonna get slaughtered.
It is a 1:00 p.m. game on the East.
Oh, gross!
At the loudest stadium in the NFL. Honestly, literally, that's somehow considered to be a Western team. I don't know how Missouri is considered West. It's in the East.
Wait, are the Chiefs in the AFC West?
Yeah.
Are they really?
They are because of historical rivalries or whatever. Either in the AFC West and
that's so dumb.
And it's
oh, yikes. Their logo is actually kind of bad. Like, whatever, that's not why we're here. Okay, Raiders. We're talking about the Raiders now.
Yeah, Raiders, I think that's easy enough to handle. It's at our house, 4:00 game.
Easy win. I'll agree.
I think Derek Carr is a very good quarterback with not a lot of talent around him. I feel like he's a competent quarterback. I feel like the year he went to the playoffs and got, prior to his injury, he had basically one of the most stacked teams in the league. And he's basically lost all of that. He's basically like the big boss of the NFL.
Khalil Mack is trying to get out of Oakland, or I guess Vegas soon.
Yeah, shit, they're going to be the Vegas Rams soon.
The Vegas Raiders.
The Vegas yeah, fucking hell.
Oh my god.
I'm so tired of teams moving. Next game. LA Chargers, StubHub Center. Every game at the StubHub Center is a home game for the away team.
We're gonna be louder on an away game. That's insane. We're gonna actually have fans at an away games.
Yeah, it's our 9th home game. So
it's our 9th home game.
The thing with the Chargers is they are a very tricky team because they are actually a very good team in disguise.
Their defense is probably one of the best in the league. That's why I drafted them in fantasy. That's why I drafted them.
I'm still mad at you for that. But they have a great defense with Joey Bosa. They have Melvin Ingram? They have Joey Bosa, Melvin Ingram, just these absolute beasts of players.
Casey Hayward, I think, is their corner.
Yeah,
who's severely underrated. People say he's better than Patrick Peterson. I disagree.
Their defensive core is just absolutely astounding. I feel like they are the most underlooked defense in the NFL. If this was like the San Francisco defense, people would be turning out to games. Like it's LA.
Well, after the Chargers game.
After the Chargers game, we have the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau.
Okay,
And
this is a loss of the Lions.
oh wait, hold up.
No, that's a loss.
So
That's a loss.
hold your fucking horses, man.
In December? Okay.
In December,
Yes, at
maybe,
Lambeau.
maybe. I mean, I think this all depends on how the free agency turns out. Because A-Rod can turn like anything into gold, but I feel like shit. I feel like that could go either.
Mm-hmm.
We after a 2-game road stretch, we go back home to University of Phoenix Stadium. We play the Detroit Lions, and
Why do they always beat us? I don't understand
no,
how they
we
always beat
usually
us.
beat them at our house. What are you talking
Uh,
about?
our house. Okay, last year that's where we have flashbacks of that incident. But
Yeah, Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers are now Chiefs are now. We're now 8-4. I want to say,
okay,
and Detroit Lions. I feel like that could be a win. I feel like
9-4.
Gafford's the only good person they have on that
Okay,
team, right? That and that tight end who can't catch. Isn't that? Well, no, they have Darren Fells, don't they? Shit.
oh, they do. They do.
Who am I thinking of?
They have Eric Ebron or whatever his
Yeah,
name
that's
is.
who I'm thinking of. Eric Ebron. He
Yeah,
can't catch a ball. Yeah.
Ebron. Uh,
After that is where everything goes downhill. At this point, I think we're what?
Falcons.
We are 9-4.
9-4. We're playoff loss.
Atlanta Falcons.
That could be. I feel like that game is flexed
Hey.
to a primetime game.
No,
Just saying.
not yet.
Yes.
No,
Not
maybe.
yet. We're 9-4. We're not. We're
Maybe.
9-4 at that point. That's a Sunday night game.
If any, hold on. So Atlanta Falcons,
Mm-hmm.
1 o'clock game, East Coast road trip from Phoenix.
If it's flexed,
If it is flexed by some miracle, we have a shot.
mm-hmm.
But Atlanta Falcons with the defense they have and like the absolute like they have an absolutely devastating wide receiver core. Like it's practically unfair. When people get
Mm-hmm.
on the NBA for not having league parity, like there's some fucking nasty ass receiver cores in the NFL.
Yeah. If okay, so
Practically unfair. But
you have
that's
Calvin
probably
Ridley,
going to
Mohamed
be a game I'm going to
Sanu.
be going to, and probably going to be a game where I see us lose brutally to the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
I do not see us winning that game. I don't see any universe where we win that game. After that is where it gets ugly. The LA Rams, our house. I don't think we didn't beat them at our house with Bruce there.
Mm-hmm.
And
No, we never did. We never did.
I think unless we adjust our defense like significantly or whatever, I feel like we don't beat them at our house.
Mm-hmm.
For the next 20 years, we did something that got us cursed or whatever.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a loss. We're now 9-6.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle Seahawks get karma for last. I feel like they get karma for last year. I feel like what goes around comes around. We lose at CenturyLink Field to close the season. Go 9-7.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Look at the schedule and tell me what you think. Do you
All right,
agree with
but
everything? Do you agree with what I said? Or
I
okay,
I agree with most of what you said. All right, so I'm gonna go through it quick. I'm not gonna go as long as you.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You were describing. You were doing your job. I'm gonna go through mine. Okay. Redskins, that's a win. All right. Rams, that's a loss. Bears, that's a win. Seahawks, that's a win. Niners is a loss.
What?
Vikings is a yes.
Go,
We
go.
always lose to the Niners somehow. Not last year, but somehow we always do. So you know what?
Okay.
I'm gonna say that's okay. Vikings, we definitely lose. That's where Bradford will definitely get hurt. I feel like.
He's gonna get murdered if not
Week
earlier.
2, if not earlier. I feel like I think that's the most he goes. Week 5 or week 6, wherever it was.
Okay.
Broncos,
Vikings.
we win.
No, wait,
Vikings, we lose.
you skipped one. Vikings.
Vikings, we lose because Bradford gets hurt.
Yeah.
Broncos, we win. Niners, we win. We are 5-3 at the break. Which is that's good. That's good. Chiefs, we win. Raiders, we win.
At Arrowhead at a 1 p.m. slot.
I feel like
against a team on the East. You're telling me we win that?
Yes, we do because David Johnson's a god.
You can't just say you can't just use David Johnson as a crutch for everything.
I mean, he probably will need crutches by the end of that, but
Oh Lord, yeah.
don't. I just jinxed us. Okay, Raiders we
Yeah,
win, Chargers we win, Packers we lose, Lions we lose. I think at this
Lions.
point,
I want to hear that real quick. I want to hear your
the
justification
Lions.
for that. Yeah.
I feel like this is where Rosen starts to struggle. This will be his first game where he has like, I guess he's starting to be figured out. There you go. Scouting reports get to him.
Sure. I feel like that's a stretch, but sure. Atlanta.
Atlanta. Okay, so this is. I feel like this game, Atlanta or the Rams game, will be our flex one. If we're good at this point, either the Falcons game or the Rams game will be on Sunday Night Football. I guarantee you that.
Maybe. I feel like if anything, it'd be the Rams game because I feel like that's divisional rivalry. It's like it's late enough in the season that if both
Goff
of those are good,
versus
it's prime time.
Goff versus Rosen, Gurley
Lord,
versus Johnson.
oh my God,
Stuff like
Fitz
that.
versus Cup. I don't even know who the right
Cooper,
is.
Brandon Cooks. I mean, he's good.
Yeah.
Okay, but Falcons.
The Falcons.
Falcons. I feel like we win against the Falcons. It's going to be a close game, but we lose against the Rams. That's what we're losing.
Yeah, I think we go 1-2 against the Rams. I agree with you on that one.
And then
Seahawks.
we win. We win that game. That's that game.
So what is our record closing out in your eyes?
10-6. That is the maximum record I feel like we can get.
I feel like okay. So I'm gonna do a quick NFC West rundown. Rams go either 13-3 or 14 or 14. I was gonna say 14-2 because they are that good. I feel like they are that
good. On paper, I don't know. Ndamukong Suh was a locker room cancer.
I don't. I think he. Despite this, I think they still have enough going for them that they. I mean, if GMs haven't figured them out yet, I feel like they set the world on fire. I feel like they go 14-2. I don't think it's like 2011 Eagles where they have all of these like massive great players and it just doesn't pan out. I think they have the right people coaching these players and they have a absolutely astonishing coach in Sean McVay. I feel like their offense is arguably one of the most entertaining offenses in NFL football right now, and I feel like
I hate to agree with you, but
I feel traitorous for admitting that. It's a very
it hurts to admit.
It's a very entertaining team to watch, but it's I feel like they're going to be world beaters. I feel like we go 9-7. I feel like we are the scrappy underdog heading into the wild card game. I feel like this is going to be the hottest take that's ever hotted. Like looking at the Niners and looking at everything about them. Their starting wide receiver is Pierre Garçon, right? Their starting running back is the running back from I think it was McKinnon or whatever from the
Vikings. Sean McKinnon.
It's like nobody watched the Vikings' primary focus last year was not the run; it was the passing game.
It was the Vikings, right? They had Latavius Murray, and he got hurt. That's the only reason that McKinnon was used.
Yeah, and he's basic. It's basically like a fuck. I'm blanking on his name, but
no, I'm dumb. I got that wrong. Dalvin Cook got hurt. And Latavius Murray was their second string. McKinnon was their third string, and he got all of that money.
Oh my God! This is basically it's like that tight end that signed with the I think it was the Bears because he threw the Philly special and he got like 15 mil.
Or
whatever. He just got all that bank through one pass.
was it Ertz or Kelsey? I don't remember.
It wasn't Ertz. No way. They would not give up Ertz ever.
They would. Ertz is not for sale. Let's just say that.
Yeah. I feel like the Niners go 6-10. Hottest take. You can't.
That is a hot take.
I feel like you can't coast to a playoff game with just Jimmy G and Richard Sherman. I feel like you have to have more depth. I feel like you have to have a greater all-around team. I feel like the Niners don't have that. I feel like the NFC is not the AFC in that you can just send the Patriots every year and everybody else is just interchangeable.
Yeah.
No, the NFC has always been interesting, I think.
I feel like this is the most competitive it's been all year.
Absolutely.
I can go through each team. I think maybe 2 or 3 don't have a shot at playoffs whatsoever.
Yeah, and even hotter take. Seattle. No, not going to be good. 3-13, 4-12. They're not.
I don't know if I agree with that.
What do you disagree with?
Okay, okay. Rams, I think, go 12-4. Cardinals,
10
I
and
feel like
6.
10-6.
Yeah, they said
A hot take right here. I feel like a team with 10 wins will not make the playoffs
this year.
this year.
Really? Wow.
I
Okay.
feel like you have to get 11 wins to get in the playoffs, which is insane to think about.
That's not right. That's not going to happen.
I feel like a team with 10 wins is going to miss the playoffs. That's my
No,
hot take of the year.
no, I don't think that's right. I feel like that doesn't happen enough for me to say that's a good take. I think
It
that's
happened to
garbage.
us. It happened to us, remember?
It's happened to us, but I feel like that was an off year, like just a crazy enough year for that to happen.
Yeah. Okay, so Niners, I think they go 9-7, and then the Seahawks
The
go
Niners
six and
go
seven.
9. I wholeheartedly disagree on the Niners. That is.
We'll debate that a lot as the preseason goes on to see how the Niners do. And I think throughout the season, we're gonna look back and like see how bad our predictions were, and
No,
be
we're gonna
like,
see how right mine were. This is
how
gonna
right
is
mine were. You mean?
the season conclusion episode is just me rubbing it in.
Yeah, that we're 5-11. Got it.
Well, I'm saying all of this not knowing anything about my team, but knowing everything about the rest of the other teams.
Yeah. Um.
But yeah.
That's
Scorching takes tonight on the predictions. So
hot.
final
Takes.
thoughts. Okay, go ahead.
Hot. Oh no, I said hot takes, and I didn't mean to make another hot take. I've already made
Oh,
my hot take of the night.
okay. So closing thoughts. Cardinals go 9-7. I feel like that's what I feel like. Which you say they're going 10-6.
At Mac.
All right. This has been the Dirty Birds podcast. My name is Will, and we at the Dirty Birds podcast wish you a
The
good
name's
night.
not final. The name's not final.
Not final. Whatever. Who cares? Intro episode. See you guys tomorrow. See you
Tomorrow.
later. I don't know. What do people
Next
say to
week.
end the pod?
See you.
See you next week after this
The
terrible
Char-
test.
the Char- I want to be at that Chargers game. By the way, that's gonna be dope.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take
I can't.
film. I'm gonna do a scouting report. Like,
I can't wait to watch it at 1 a.m. on NFL Network.
it's gonna be
But
good.
yeah, first game of the season. Chargers
Preseason.
Preseason. Chargers Cardinals. That is at what 7 MST.
Something like that.
We'll be discussing. Probably be discussing that on the Monday after the fact, and we'll see you then.
All right.
Have a good night.
Later. We'll probably have more people at this point. By the way, it's not gonna be just us.
Yeah, it's not going to be just us. We should probably cut about a little bit of this. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to send this to you, and we'll be ready.
All right. Let's go.
And broadcast in 3, 2, 1.